जब भी आप लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे होते हैं, हाउ ऑफन डू यू गेट क्लीन टॉयलेट्स? और जब भी आपको इस तरह का टॉयलेट मिलता है बाद ऑन रेल, रोड, मेट्रो, लॉन्ग हॉल फ्लाइट्स, इनमें से कोई तीन चीजें आप करते होंगे. सो आई मीन जस्ट टू शो ऑफ हैंड्स, टेल मी इफ यू डू वन ऑफ द थ्री थिंग्स. यू आइदर वाइप द सीट, you either hold it in, which can give you kidney stones, or you make chairs. You do one of the three. If you do that, please raise your hands. So almost everybody is resorting to this. So what we did is, on a road trip in 2013, when I faced this problem, and I had my events background, I was in events for first 5 years. So देखता था मैं कि जब भी हम outdoor concerts organize करते थे, it was next to impossible to give a clean toilet experience to ladies. Then during our pregnancy, we'd seen that my wife would just not step out of the house because she would not get clean toilets, and utna baithna was a challenge. My mother, during her arthritis, koi bhale hi shaadiyan ho ya funerals ho, she would just not attend it. So on this road trip when we were traveling in 2013, 4 couples, I started joking and I said, males की body भगवान जी ने special बनाई, that's why we can just stand and pee anywhere else. और उस वक्त एक फ्रेंड की वाइफ ने सजेस्ट किया कि उसने एक प्लास्टिक बॉटल से किसी को यूज करते हुए देखा यूरोप में, where she could stand and pee, and I think that's where the life stopped for me and the idea for Peebudy was born. We came back, started doing a research, and realized that I'm not the only Einstein to have ever thought about the product, but there was nobody who has thought about doing something like this radical in India. So we came back, did our research, came up with this shape. We have a design patent for it. Using this, women can stand and pee. All you need to do is place the Peebudy between your flow area, pee into it, and it goes to the pot. So simple things, like this. Iske baad, we made a list of all the other problems that women face in intimate hygiene area. So for example, how do you dispose of sanitary products? Pads, tampons, panty liners, baby diapers, kaise feke jaएं? And we are right now resorting to plastic bags, newspapers, which is not good for the environment. And also right now, I mean, if you have to dispose of something, you can't do it. So we came up with oxo-degradable bags for clean and hygienic disposal of sanitary products. Our young daughters who've just starting to chum, जिनके अभी भी period शुरू हुए हैं, they are using painkillers, and I think it's not healthy for them at all. So we came up with India's first herbal feminine pain relief patch, using which it absolutely absorbs all your period pain. So being a man trying to solve these sort of problems has not been easy, and there have been multiple heartburns. But I think जो छोटी, and again in front of Raman sir, या Rahul sir, या Suresh sir, experience कुछ भी नहीं है मेरा. But I think few things that I've learned is that there is no shortcut to hard work. I mean, you have to be at it. वो 300 दिन हमें चाहिए ही चाहिए minimum to get the proof of concept done and move to the next level. So it takes those many days first for us. So I think that's one thing that I've taken, that is the start of the journey is not easy. It's a very, very lonesome journey. I mean, these platforms are obviously very, very encouraging, but every day evening when you go back and you're looking at your numbers, when you're looking at your customers, it's a very, very lonesome journey. So for us, hard work is something that we are absolutely standing by. Persistence, we have to be at it. Patience बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारे तरह के startup culture में, because हम इतना different product try करा रहे हैं जिसमें being all men's team, trying to make these products work for women is a challenge in itself. So that's the second. And the third thing that I feel that we actually pay a lot of attention to is the team. I mean, without the team, whether you're a startup or anything, it's next to impossible. So अकेले तो वैसे ही कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. So for me, those are the things that I have, learned from the Peebudy experience. इससे पहले again I was into handmade carpets. That's the business that we mentioned about. So carpet making अपने आप में एक बहुत अलग business है. So when we started it, me and my wife, we realized that you have to do something very, very different from the ordinary. So we said that we will not be doing regular carpets, we'll do designer carpets, and we used to travel all over Dubai, in scorching heat. So मेरे startup story में अभी तक यही रहा है कि where we identify problems and we try to fill them with product gaps, whether it was carpets or now it's with intimate hygiene. This is what we are driving full time. So we identify problems and we solve them. कहाँ challenges आए? Challenges शुरू में ये आए कि जब मैं product लेके stores पे गया, Peebudy especially, so कई जगह तो मतलब we were called to enter into a meeting and then the meeting didn't happen. बिकॉज जैसे मैं प्रोडक्ट निकाल के किसी को दिखाता था तो लोगों को लगता था कि ये मजाक है, यू नो कि इट्स नॉट अ रियल प्रोडक्ट. बट उसके बाद आई थिंक फॉर अस डॉक्टर्स एज अ चैनल वर्कड वेरी वेल. वी टुक इट टू द डॉक्टर्स. वी सेड प्रेगनेंसी, आर्थराइटिस, स्पाइनल इंजरीज, कैंसर, इस तरह के केसेस में इफ यू कैन स्टार्ट रिकमेंडिंग द प्रोडक्ट इट हेल्प्स. सो कहीं ना कहीं वो रे ऑफ होप निकल के आई जाती है. आई मीन इफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक इट वर्क. Then we took the product even to the marathons level. We said कि जहाँ पे आपको टॉयलेट दिख रहा है कि बहुत गंदा है, if I'll try to make the product available there, then maybe you know the use case scenario might go up. So Standard Chartered Bombay Marathon, Airtel Delhi Marathon, TCS Bangalore Marathon, इन मैराथॉन्स ने धीरे धीरे प्रोडक्ट्स खरीद के सारी वुमेन को देना शुरू किया. हम लोग को लगता है कि टॉयलेट सिर्फ इंडिया में गंदे हैं, बट टॉयलेट्स ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड द स्टोरी इज द सेम. So initially when I started, I tried to sell it बाहर, तो मेरे को बताया गया कि पहले आसपास एशियन कंट्रीज कवर करें तो बेटर है. But the shipments that we have sent are all to Europe. And इस तरह की चीज़ तभी होती है, मतलब any media, any support that we gets us one or the other customer. So that's what we're trying to go after. And that has been my startup stories so far. But I would really like if there are any questions that you guys have, that will help me, you know, structure the meeting. Is that allowed, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if there are any questions that are there, I think that will help me structure this much better.
The first focus group did you have focus group?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. How did you present the concept to them? Did you demonstrate it yourself or you have
So I think,
demonstrated?
again for startups,
Yeah.
charity begins at home.
Yeah.
So the सबसे बड़ा focus group was mom, wife and 7 other friends जिनको साथ में बिठाया गया और बोला गया देखो this is what I want to do. So सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन उस वक्त ये था कि I was in a very stable business at that time कि क्यों कर रहे हो, you know, why do you want to do this, and I said कि प्रॉब्लम इतनी बड़ी है and I've seen this up close and personal that I believe it will happen. फिर वो किसी तरह माने. So जब वो मान गए एक बार so सबको बिठाया गया and पहले 6 हमारे जो shapes थी they backfired. So पिटाई भी हुई, सब हुआ, but ठीक है. उसके बाद so first focus group was with the immediate family. They are the first ones who agreed to do the trials, and then the others followed. So अभी
6 trials before you hit the actual.
Oh no, 100 trials before we hit it. 6 तो उन्होंने ट्राई कर लिए. So उससे हाँ मतलब उससे पहले बहुत ज़्यादा trials हमने किए होंगे. We must have done about hundreds of trials. So once it was stable, so अब तो मतलब we have done about 500,000 odd units हम बेच चुके हैं, मतलब 5 लाख के आसपास units अब बेच चुके हैं. So now this product definitely works. So for all the ladies in the house, I'm carrying some samples. I'm more than happy to give it to you. And for all the men, please buy it. Yeah.
If I have a question,
Sir.
that every entrepreneur goes through a moment which is the darkest moment where you want to give up.
सही बात सर.
Did you go through that kind of moment?
Oh sir, it happens every third weekend. Right now also. Every third weekend.
Some experience, तजुर्बा.
सर जैसा मैं आपको बताया कि जब मैं पहली बार प्रोडक्ट को स्टोर पे लेके गया एंड आई थॉट दे वुड जस्ट लव इट बिकॉज इतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. मैंने उनको बताया कि हर रोज दिल्ली मेट्रो में 5 लाख वुमेन ट्रैवल करती हैं एवरी डे. बॉम्बे लोकल्स इज 20 लाख वुमेन हु ट्रैवल एवरी डे. 4 in 10 pregnancies are cesarean. 9 million women have arthritis. I mean, there's so much a problem. So I thought they will love it. So this is, and I was 1 year into it. I had already put in 50 lakhs of my own, into the entire journey, team, everything together. Then I took it to the stores. So initially stores and retailers, that was the darkest moment for us. Because, you give up something which is stable, trying to do something which is so disruptive, and then you have bills to pay. You have fees that comes like clockwork. Your EMIs are hitting the bank. So after a point, sorry, tell me about it. So I mean, even now, not much has changed.
Story of everybody's lifetime.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a very very tough period per se because जब मना कर दिया, so that was the only thing that we had thought of. कि कहाँ से बेचेंगे और I mean, and online आज से 2.5-3 साल पहले for a product like me, category exist नहीं करती थी. We are the ones who started the category. So that was a very very dark moment, I mean, where I thought, is this even the right decision? Was this the right decision to have taken? But then I think कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है at least मैं तो cockroach हूँ. I think so I will survive. That is how I have done all the other businesses also. So when you start thinking, when you start going to your close peers, I mean इस तरह के moments में आपकी close peers जो हैं, कुछ mentors हैं आपके, कुछ friends हैं आपके, they become guiding support, So for me, I mean they played incredible role. That was one of the darkest moments when I was rejected. Then many a times in forums, I mean एक story की थी BBC ने हमारे ऊपर, I got almost death threats, you know, for launching the product. कईयों ने इसको हिंदुत्व से जोड़ दिया, कईयों ने इसको किसी और चीज से जोड़ दिया. So dark moments keep coming, but I feel if you're at it, you will crack it. So for me, that was the dark moment, and that's how we held our ground, sir. कि करते रहेंगे तो हो ही जाएगा.
We want to keep moving on.
Yeah.
Before coming, I was not aware कि ये प्रोडक्ट की ओनर से मैं मिलने वाली हूँ. I been to PVR movie और वहाँ ये प्रोडक्ट मिला मुझे.
Yay!
And it is still in my bag. I can show you. I'm
Great.
carrying this product.
Yes.
This is see.
Yay! रमन सर देखो काम कर रहा हूँ मैं.
When I seen this, खोला इसको देखा, I was able to use it. वहाँ पे कॉल लेडी थी because ये फ्री मिल रहा था सभी को.
जी जी.
She was not able to how to use.
Sure.
इसको पढ़ के मैंने समझाया.
Sure.
This is my suggestion. It's an excellent product for me. I'm a like regular traveler.
Thank you. Can I record
ये
this?
बहुत for everyone. It's very useful product. Thank you for launching this.
Thank you, ma'am.
But उस लेडी को मुझे ब्रीफ करना पड़ा.
Sure.
So I don't think so कि हर जगह कोई ब्रीफ कर पाएगा. So
सही बात
better
है.
you give a demo to जिसको भी आप प्रोडक्ट दे रहे हो फ्री में सैंपल.
सही है.
एक डेमो चाहिए.
I agree with you. In fact, अभी हम जो नया पैक आ रहा है मैम, उसके अंदर we are also doing a Hindi description and we are trying to integrate a QR code जिसको स्कैन करके आप वीडियो एकदम दिख जाएगा आपको कि how to use. But thank you for being kind.
It's your excellent product.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Go ahead.
Hi, first of all, fantastic initiative.
Thank you.
So purely from a sales point of view, what are the challenges, because it's a very demonstration intensive thing, so and how do you think about, so both in terms of education and demonstration, how do you think, how are you thinking in terms
So I think for me how it works is कि perfect product या perfect timing मेरे को लगता है myth है. There's nothing called a perfect demonstration. So I demonstrate wherever I go, honestly. And other than that, I'll tell you, you know, I mean, don't underestimate, you know, how much the understanding of our modern women today. Like she said, I mean, she cracked it on her own. So product is self-explanatory in nature.
from a sales point of view?
From a sales perspective, again, I mean, we try to make it as descriptive as possible, you know, on the product. But otherwise, we use a lot of bloggers, we use a lot of influencers, we do a lot of sampling at events like these, like marathons and places where the toilets are not clean. And there are multiple videos, like there are more than hundreds of videos where actual users have put it up to show how the product works. So challenge hai, but every day we learn and we unlearn. So I thought कि I'll launch a video, how to use video, and it will do the trick. It didn't. Then we got in touch with a few influencers who themselves shot videos and showed that how it works. So for every market, the demonstration is different. Like for doctors, for example, this product works like medicines. अगर आपको प्रिस्क्राइब कर दिया कि आप थर्ड ट्राइमेस्टर में हैं, अपने यू प्रेग्नेंट, यू आर इन थर्ड ट्राइमेस्टर एंड यू अब ट्रैवल करना ही है, so she would just tell you, you know, this is one of the products, please use the product. It's a simple, there's no rocket science. We use much more complicated products, you know, as women. So the product description is self-explanatory and it helps. If I've not answered that question, I'll take it again. Sorry. Yeah, please, ma'am.
One last question only, please.
Hi, ma'am.
I was just wondering, it's okay.
Others won't be able to listen now. Yeah.
Is this biodegradable?
It is, ma'am. It is made of cardboard. It's absolutely biodegradable.
How does one dispose of it?
So it anyways comes in a pack of one. We have disposal bags as well, and you can throw it off in the bin.
Okay.
That's where we are.
And most importantly, how much is it going to cost?
So it's already in the market. Like I said, we've sold about 500,000 units. A pack of 20 right now is 375.
Thank you.
Ma'am, she had raised her hand. May I please? Yeah.
Last question.
I just want to know about the painkiller that you mentioned.
Okay. So, no. Is the question?
Like, are you doing some kind of an R&D on this?
So I'll tell you, so Mother Nature, ma'am, has solutions to many a problem. It is just the pharma companies, you know, who have commercialized everything so much that we don't think beyond painkillers. Even चार अगर छीके भी आ जाती हैं, we think Allegra, you know, first thing that comes to your mind, you know. So we basically, and my products that way are very herbal. I mean, this is as herbal as the word herbal gets. So menthol has that medicinal property to declot, and ये just basic clot formation है periods में. I mean, that's what happens. So it has menthol and it has eucalyptus oil. It is a proprietary formulation. So yes, all those clinical tests, everything is done. So you just put the patch and it absorbs all the pain. It's menthol. It's cool in nature. It doesn't heat the stuff.
Thank you very much for your questions. I'm sure there are more questions, but let's get them offline. Thank you so much, Deep.
Thank you.
It's been absolutely amazing. I'd like to call back again to just for a word of thanks to Deep.
And while that happens, again, I'm requesting you, we are a startup. Please do like us on Facebook or dislike us on Facebook, but take an action on it. And all the ladies, I have the sample with me. जो short पड़ जाएंगे, we'll courier it to you. And again, for all the men, please buy it. Thank you.